Here's my audience. Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Samantha Johnson and this is my tribute speech. A few months before I met my husband Shane, and shortly after a failed relationship that lasted too long, I was out with some friends. One of my friends said to me, "You deserve so much better than him." And I replied, "I'm going to marry a man that is such a good man, people will just know that he loves God. I won't settle." Shane is a good man. He loves God and puts him first. He is honest to a fault, and I'm sure a lie has never knowingly passed his lips. He has such integrity. If he says something is true or makes a commitment, you can believe that you can count on it. Shane has been chivalrous since the moment I met him. Some synonyms for chivalry are gallant, gentlemanly, honorable. He has been all of these things in our relationship together. There are not many doors that I've had to open myself, including getting in and out of the car, even when we have been passionately disagreeing, as he likes to call it now. I almost forgot how to put gas in the car a few times because he takes care of even the smallest details. He is respectful and considerate, always concerned with how he affects other people. I love this about him just as much as it drives me crazy. There are times when he will angst over the smallest detail, and I think to myself and sometimes say to him out loud, "Why are you worrying about it? You're giving of your time. You're doing a favor." And he looks at me with that look as if to say, "Are you crazy? Do you even know me?" He says, "Honey, that doesn't matter. You know I want to give them my best. This is my Shane. This is who he is." To say my husband is hardworking would be an understatement. There is nothing he wouldn't do for his family or anyone else. I believe it's because this is Shane's gift. He knows how to be Jesus to people, and he's so good at it. He works hard. He works as hard as we need him to, and he never complains about it. From time to time, when the purse strings are tight, he'll throw out, "I'll just go get a second job." And I won't even entertain the idea usually because the man's got to get some sleep. He cooks us breakfast every morning. What kind of a man does that? Not many, I'm sure. He goes above and beyond for everyone, as I have previously explained. I'm blessed to call him my friend, as well as some of you here are today. These qualities that Shane brings to our marriage are the backbone of his leadership and strength. These things allow me to rest in his control, but he is still respectful and caring enough to ask my opinion. If you have had the privilege of meeting my husband, I would venture to say you would know how generous he is. His love for me and our boys knows no end, and it makes me love him more every day, seeing him show his expressions of love for even strangers. As generous as he is with his love, he is just as much with his time, his possessions, and his talents. If he has two of something, he'll give two away. He will often even give the last of what he has to anyone in need. He is a rare find, and I thank God for him every day. Let me share with you a little of what he has done for me as a partner. Shane has been my most precious and priceless refining tool. The road that led us where we are today has been nothing short of challenging, but God placed us perfectly together. He knew who and what we needed in life partners. We laugh together. He's my best friend, and the man I trust most in this world, especially when my trust I thought had been lost. We share the same values as we did when we met, and though I know we will grow old and the world will change, those values will always remain the same. Which brings me to one of the most important of Shane's attributes. We have grown and learned a lot about each other, but also what it takes to make a marriage. In almost 7 years together, I have watched Shane grow in ways I didn't expect so soon. He gets me and is striving and trying more so all of the time. That is special to me, that he keeps trying. Now Shane is an exceptional husband, but he is an equally amazing father to our two beautiful Jesus-loving boys, Elijah, who's 4, and Boaz, who's 2. He's constantly trying to relate to them, and I see how much they love him for it. He's always making time for them in his busy days, and intentionally makes them having a personal relationship with Jesus a priority. He is firm with our boys, because God knows they need it. But in that firmness, he is gentle and tender. He shows them that a sweetness that I have never witnessed as a child or otherwise. And I thank God for that gift in him for our boys and for me. He's my hero. He picks me up when I leave off. He picks up where I leave off with them. Our partnering values are in line. And he gives me a break when I'm desperately needing a couple of minutes to myself. He has never needed me to be something. He can do it all. Shane always has his son's best interests at heart and knows they are watching his every move. Who better to model themselves after? People always ask me, don't you want to try for a girl? I always say no. God knows what we need, and it hasn't been a girl. And it was not until writing the speech that I knew exactly why, but now I do. God gave me a beautiful, imperfect, but wonderful example of who Jesus Christ was in my husband. And this world needs more men like Shane in it. I'm so blessed that God has trusted me and equipped me to help them grow such men. God has blessed our family beyond measure. Shane leaves us wanting for nothing. And if ever we are in need, all we have to do is ask, and he'll be right there, giving us his all, willingly and completely. Shane is a model of this verse in my life. Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. We are his treasures.